Welcome to History Love, where we explore the stories, people, and events that shaped our world. Let's dive into the past and uncover history's most fascinating moments. The Battle of Fredericksburg, a decisive Confederate victory. Background and context. In November 1862, President Abraham Lincoln, frustrated with General George McClellan's hesitance after the costly Union victory at Antietam, replaced him with General Ambrose Burnside. Reluctant to assume command, Burnside nonetheless initiated an offensive aimed at capturing Richmond, the Confederate capital. His plan required a swift crossing of the Rappahannock River near Fredericksburg. However, logistical delays in delivering pontoon bridges stalled the Union advance. This pause gave Confederate General Robert E. Lee time to establish a formidable defensive position along Marye's Heights and the surrounding area. Prelude to battle. By December 10, 1862, Burnside had over 100,000 troops prepared to cross the Rappahannock. His strategy divided the Union Army into three segments. Right flank, commanded by Major General Edwin Vose Sumner, tasked with crossing at Fredericksburg. Left flank, under Major General William B. Franklin, assigned to cross downstream. Center, led by Major General Joseph Hooker, positioned to support either flank. Franklin crossed the river with minimal resistance on December 11 to 12, but Sumner's crossing at Fredericksburg faced fierce opposition from Confederate sharpshooters entrenched in the town. Union pioneers were forced to row across the river under heavy fire to engage the Confederates directly, allowing Sumner's forces to eventually cross. The battle, December 13, 1862. Franklin's assault on Jackson's line. On the Union left, Franklin attacked Confederate positions under Major General Thomas Stonewall Jackson. Despite initial success in breaking through part of the Confederate line, Franklin failed to exploit this advantage. Misinterpreting Burnside's vague orders, he committed only one of his 6 divisions to the attack. Jackson's counterattack drove the Union forces back, resulting in heavy casualties. The slaughter at Marye's Heights. On the Confederate left, Longstreet's corps held an impregnable position on Marye's Heights, shielded by a stone wall at its base. Burnside ordered successive frontal assaults by Major General Darius Couch's corps and other divisions. The Union troops faced devastating rifle and artillery fire, suffering massive losses as they charged uphill. Despite their bravery, none reached the stone wall and entire brigades were decimated. As darkness fell, Sumner's and Hooker's shattered brigades were pulled back, and Burnside's hopes of breaking Lee's line were dashed. Aftermath and withdrawal. On December 14, Burnside considered leading a renewed attack personally but was dissuaded by his subordinates. On the night of December 15, the Union Army retreated across the Rappahannock, marking the end of the battle. Union casualties, nearly 13,000 killed, wounded, or missing. Confederate casualties, approximately 5,000, most inflicted during Franklin's initial assault and Jackson's counterattack. Political and strategic impact. In the North, the defeat at Fredericksburg shattered Union morale and provoked public outcry. Critics accused Lincoln of poor leadership and faulted his administration for the logistical failures that contributed to the debacle. Republican senators called for Secretary of State William Seward's removal, but Lincoln refused to reorganize his cabinet. Following another failed offensive, the Mud March, in January 1863, Lincoln relieved Burnside and replaced him with General Joseph Hooker. In the South, Fredericksburg was a significant morale booster for the Confederacy. Coming on the heels of the stalemate at Antietam, Lee's decisive victory reinforced Southern confidence in their cause. The Army of Northern Virginia wintered along the Rappahannock, preparing for further action. In the spring of 1863, Lee achieved one of his most daring victories at Chancellorsville. Legacy. The Battle of Fredericksburg stands as a stark example of the consequences of poor planning and flawed leadership. Burnside's failure to adapt to the tactical realities of the battlefield led to one of the Union's most lopsided defeats. For the Confederacy, it was a testament to the skill of Lee and his commanders in maximizing defensive advantages, securing their position as a dominant force in the Eastern theater of the Civil War. Thanks for joining us on this journey through history. If you love this story, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to History Love. Together, let's keep the love for history alive. See you in the next chapter.